Sankofa Digital Literacy Program, funded by the Government of Canada's New Horizon for Seniors Program.
In this tutorial, we're going to learn about our Gmail and our Drive. First, what we're going to do is roll down onto our shelf with our cursor. We're going to click on M for Mail. A quick overview of Gmail. If we take a look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see a plus sign, and this is where you would compose a new email. Below that is the menu of actions that you can take, including creating labels. This is another word we would use for files. If you want to create file folders to save emails that are important to you under certain headings, you can do that. Up above is a search bar. You can search all emails. If you were looking for a particular email, you can, again, click in the search bar, and you could type in Facebook, for example, and then you'll see all of the emails that are relating to Facebook or may have Facebook in the body of the email. This is handy when you have many emails already, and it's important to note that it's good to keep your inbox clean. Don't leave too many emails sitting in your inbox. If you'd like to go back to your inbox from your search, you can just hit Inbox at the top of the menu here, and it takes you back to the main email. If you do sign in to other computers, you may find security alerts pop up into your Gmail account. It is important to check on those unless you know that you've signed into another device. I'm going to click on this one. It's saying there's been a new sign-on, and it's been on a different device than the one that you normally use. We're going to check activity, and here it's showing the device that we're using, and then it's asking us, do we recognize this activity? If you don't recognize the activity and you click on this box, it will take you to some more actions asking you questions and to make sure to verify your account in case you've had somebody hack into your account or a security breach. In this case, we're just going to say, yep, this was us. And then it just says, thanks for confirming it was you. So we can close this tab out, and then we'll head back into our inbox. There's two ways to get back into your inbox. You can click on the arrow, or you can click on the inbox. Both of them will take you to the same place. Right now, we'll show you how to create a label, and we're just going to click on this downward arrow and scroll with our mouse. And here we have create new label. I'm just going to create a label that says apps, and I'm going to press create. And then as we scroll back up our menu list, we can see the apps label has appeared here. And we're going to click on NeuroNation. This is our registration, so we want to keep this. You'll head up to this taskbar here, and this icon, which shows a file folder and an arrow pointing to the right, indicates that we want to move the file. So let's click on that now. A drop-down menu appears, and at the very top is our label. Let's click on Apps. You'll see that this email has disappeared, and it's now populated into the Apps label. And you can see the number 1 there showing you that there's a file or an email sitting in that label. We can access our Drive in a couple of different ways. We have pinned and added our Drive to our shelf, and we can also click on this icon, which is our apps launcher, and we can find the Google Drive in here. A quick overview about adding anything to your shelf down here if you use something quite frequently. Again, you can scroll through if there's anything here that you want to have quick accessibility to. You can hover over the icon, right-hand click on your mouse, and then pin to shelf, and you'll see it appear down here. If you want to unpin something and you don't really use it, you can again hover over top of the camera, right-hand click, and unpin that app. So today we're going to access our Drive through our Gmail. The reason I'm showing you how to access your Drive through your Gmail, if you don't have your laptop and you want to access your Gmail, learning to access your Drive through your Gmail can come in handy if you don't have your laptop. And for example, you've gone to the library and you need to access some files. You can sign into your Gmail, and no matter where you are, you can access your Drive from your Gmail address. So let's take a look. Oladele is signed into his Gmail. And if we scroll over to the 9-dot icon for Google Apps, we click on the apps and we can see the Drive right here. Let's go ahead and click on the Drive. I want to show you a couple of different things in the Drive. We're going to upload some pictures. We're going to create a file folder. We're going to rename the files, and we're going to add them to the file folder. As well as this, we're going to create a letter to the family, and that will be part of your assignment as well. So to start off, we will click on the plus sign up here that says new, and if we click on that now, we have a drop-down menu which gives us many options. So right now I want us to upload a file. And here you'll see my files have opened up. And as usual, it always tells you where you are in your computer. So currently we're in the downloads of My Files app. And you can see it over here on the left-hand side. There's a drop-down triangle, which means that these are menu items below that. If we compress it, you can see that those things disappear. And the sideways triangle indicates there's more information to click on. And the sideways triangle indicates that there are more things to see. So let's click on that again, and it opens up our downloads. So we know that this is the folder that we're in. We also have access to our Google Drive right here as well. Right now, we want to add some photos and a promo video that Oladele has made. So once again, when you want to click on many files, you'll take a look at your keyboard, and at the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a rectangular key that says CTRL on your Chromebook. What you're going to do is select one picture now, left-clicking with your mouse. Then you're going to hold down the control button. You're going to hold down the control button. And while you hold down the control button, you're going to click on all of the photos that you want to upload. And we'll also upload a video as well. You can tell what the files are by looking here under Type. You can also see the size of the files. Here we can see an MPEG video. MPEG means it's a video file. JPEG means it's an image. So this is something that you can look at. So you'll always be able to decipher between files. You know that when you see this extension, MPEG, it indicates that it's a video. And when you see this extension on the file, JPEG, you know it's an image. So you can see that we've highlighted in blue all of the files we want to open. And I'm going to click Open Now. And that's going to import all of these files into our Drive. And you'll see them start to populate as we go. While we're doing that, I would like to create a folder. There are two different ways to create a folder in your Drive. If you take your mouse and you right-click on your mouse, you can see the dialog box drops open, and we can choose New Folder. I'm just going to click off on that. The other place that you can create a new folder is by going up to the very top corner, and you can click on the plus sign, and you can also see folder here. So I'm going to click on the folder, and we're going to name this folder Ghana Travels 2022. It's a great way to keep all of your emails and pictures organized by the date and where you were. And I'm going to click create. And down here, you'll see, there we are, this file folder pops up. So these have all uploaded. 6 uploads are complete. I'm going to close out this box. And then I'm going to right click again, and you can all do this yourselves. So you're going to right click, add another new folder, and this folder I'm going to name Nigerian Travels 2022. And I'm going to create this now, and you'll see it pop in here. Okay, now we want to move our pictures into our folders. So let's choose some of our folders. Oh, we have one more. Here's our promo. Here's the promo video that Oladele has created. We also want to make a folder for the promo video. Again, I'm just going to right click in the white space. If I was to right click on this folder, if you discover that when you right click, this file folder dialog box doesn't pop up, the most likely reason is because you are clicked onto a folder. So you can see that this folder is highlighted, and if I were to click here to try and open up a new folder, it's giving me the actions to use for this file folder, which is what I don't want to do. If it does become confusing, then you know that, oh, wait a second, I've probably highlighted something and I need to click off in order to find that menu in my right click. So I'm just going to click off of this, and you can see it's still highlighted. So I'm still on this folder. I'm going to find some white space up here, and I'm going to click in this area. You can see that the file is no longer highlighted, so I have not chosen any files. Click again, and you can see the option to open up a new folder has popped up. All right, we're clicking on that, and we're going to call this Promo Videos and create. Now we want to drag all of our pictures into their correct files. I'm going to take this, because it says a WhatsApp video here is the file extension name, and when I scroll over that, when I scroll over the title, you can see the name of the file here. A pop-up box shows up, which gives me the name of the file, and at the very end it says .mp4, which indicates that it is a video. We want to rename this file because we know it's one of our promo videos, and if we put this file into a folder full of many promo videos, we want to make sure we know which video this is. So we want to rename this file. Currently, you can see that this file is not highlighted. Let's click on it now. Now you can see that it's highlighted. We're going to right click, and on our drop-down list, we find rename. I'm going to rename this Harambe Couver. .mp4 and click OK. It says, hey, do you want to undo this? Was this a mistake? Do you want to undo this? I do not want to. I want to just close out of it, or it automatically pops down. So I've named it. Now I want to add it to my promo videos folder, which is right here. There's 2 ways of doing this. You can right click on your menu. It says move to, and again, we have the icon with the file folder and the arrow pointing, which indicates we want to move this somewhere. So you can click on move to, and then it pops up with some options for where you can put your file. I'm going to click on promo videos. Now there's no action happening. Why isn't there any action happening? I don't understand. Is there something else I have to do? I can't see. So you take your scroll on your mouse, and just while the cursor is on top of this pop-up box, you scroll down. Oh, I don't know. There's nothing here. How do I get to this? So I can see here there's no action. Nothing has happened. I've highlighted promo videos. It's not moving. I don't understand why. How come that is? And it's probably because the bottom of the drop-down menu has gone below the screen and you can't see the action you need to take. I've clicked on it. It's highlighted. Why isn't it moving? One quick way to see is that the drop-down box has gone below our screen. And so the action that we're looking for is down farther on the page. Let's go to the right-hand side with our cursor and scroll with our mouse. And now you can see the action you need to take. So let's click on Move. And let's check in our promo videos folder and see if it's there. And indeed, here it is. So again, if we want to know where we are in our drive, we are in our promo videos folder. And I'm going to click back on my drive and it's going to take me back into my main folder area. I have many other pictures that I want to move, so we've learned how to right-click and move a photo in that way. Another way to move photos, so we have our Ghana travels. This is Oladele's family, and this is his sister kayaking. We're going to scroll off of the pictures. You're going to left-click on your mouse. You're going to pull down on top of this file, and then you're going to drag over to this second picture and let go. And let me just show you what's happened there. So we have highlighted these two pictures by dragging. Let me do that again. I'm just going to click off of the photo. So in this white space, I'm going to click, hold. In this white space, I'm going to left click and hold, drag down across the photo and drag across to the other photo. And you can see that they're both highlighted. Now I'm going to, without pressing the buttons on the mouse, I'm going to just gently scroll up so I can see my file folder here. I can see that my two files are still highlighted. I'm going to left click and hold on the files, and then I'm going to drag them up. And you can see the extension there. It's showing the red circle is showing that there's two files I'm dragging into Ghana Travels. And then you see Ghana Travels highlights with a box around it indicating where we're going to drop it. And I'm going to let go of my click. Again, it's asking me, hey, did you mean to do that? Yes, I did. So I'll just close this out. Now, oh, and I've missed one more picture of Ghana. So I'm going to, again, left click and drag into my Ghana folder. Oladele also went to Nigeria, and these are pictures from Nigeria. Again, we're going to left click and hold and drag across. This will automatically highlight both files. I'm going to hold my left click and drag into Nigerian travels. And again, you can see the two files that I have there. You can see the two files that I have there, and I'm rolling them up and dropping them into that file. Now I want to go back into my folder, Nigerian Travels. So head into your folder. And I want to rename both of these. I'm going to right click, choose rename. You can see that the name section is highlighted. And you want to be mindful that this last part of the extension of this file, .jpg, I want you to pay attention to this, .jpg. If you were to accidentally delete that, the computer can't read the file anymore. So you want to make sure that this area is highlighted, and the computer automatically knows to do that for you. So originally, when we went to rename it, you will have noticed that the file name itself, not the extension .jpg, the file name itself was highlighted, and that is the part of the file that we want to change. We're going to say Nigerian Cousins, Benin City, 2022, and press OK. And then you can see the file extension name has changed. I'm going to click on this file, right-click on my mouse, and rename. And again, the computer knows to automatically highlight the name and not the extension. So the extension is not highlighted. So we're just going to roll off with our cursor, and then we can begin typing, and it will populate that field. We are going to call this Uncle Muka, Benin City, 2022. And I'm going to press OK. This way I can always look back at my pictures and I know where I was and I know what year I was there. Again, you can see the file extension of where you are. We are in Nigerian Travels and we are in our drive. Let's click on our drive and it takes us back to where we want to be. One of the many benefits of your drive is you actually have a built-in word processor. You have built-in sheets is what Google calls it, what the drive calls it. It's a simplified version of Excel. How you access these is to go up into the top left again, and you'll just click here, drops down the menu. So your Google Docs is here. If we click on this arrow, it provides us with the opportunity to create a blank document or from a template. Today, we're going to create a blank document. You can see Google Sheets, which is the equivalent of, like I said, Excel. It is a more simplified version. Clicking on the arrow, again, you can use a blank spreadsheet or from a template. Google Slides would be the equivalent of a PowerPoint presentation. Google Forms is really fun, and you can, by all means, explore these and learn. So if we go to the side triangle, we can see a blank form, a blank quiz, or from a template. This can be really fun because you can create a quiz for your family and friends and send it to them. For now, we're going to create a letter for Oladele to send to his family, and I'm going to just click on blank document. The other way is to just click directly on Google Docs and it will automatically open what you see here as your word processor. Right away, the first thing that we should do is name our document. If you create a document and you save it without a title, it can become very confusing which document is which. So I always recommend naming your document. In order to do that, we go up to the top left-hand side of the screen. You'll see the cursor starts to change to a pointing finger, and then we know that this symbol, when the cursor changes like this, it means that we can type in this field. So let's click on there. The computer is so smart, it automatically highlights the whole word. And then of course, when you see that the words are completely highlighted, when you begin to type, it will automatically take that out. We're going to call this letter to family. And you can press enter on your keyboard. And then you'll see here it says save to drive. Another great function about your Gmail Drive is that it will constantly save your progress as you're writing. Okay, let's begin to type. I'm just going to say something quick. Hello. Thank you for all of your support. I hope you enjoy the photos arriving in Canada. Has been really enjoyable. So here's our message. Now we want to add some photos, And if you remember, we have just learned how to upload photos into the drive. So we're going to access our drive and add photos in this way. How we do that is we go across our menu bar and we find the word insert. Let's click on insert. It gives us many different options. For now, we want to choose image. And as we come across here, if you were to slide off of here, it's going to take you to another menu. Sometimes this can get a bit frustrating when you're trying to get onto and the menu disappears again and it keeps disappearing. So with a steady hand, you want to scroll across with your mouse and then scroll on to the open dialog box. We have already uploaded from the computer. We don't need to do that. So we're going to upload from our drive. This handy box pops up on the right-hand side and it shows us all of our pictures. We are going to add a photo of Oladeli's family. It's giving us the option to insert this way. You can also double click on the photo and it will insert the photo on a double click. So the photo's in. It's so large. It's a little bit too big, and Oladeli wants to shrink it down a little bit and have it fit in the body of the email. So as part of your assignment, you're going to learn how to insert an image, resize the image, and then wrap the text around the image. Here we are, we can see our cursor. This indicates that we can type. But we don't want to type, we want to scroll over our picture and we see the four-headed pointer here. This tells us we can move the photo around, but there's a couple of things that we need to do first. I'm just going to click on the picture and automatically you see this box comes up, which is indicating that we can adjust the picture size. We're going to roll up into this top corner dialog again, and you can see image options. If we scroll up through the picture, you can also see these image options appear down here as well. So it is the same function as the image options. I'm just going to scroll back up onto the picture and click on image options, text wrapping. What we're doing is we're telling the computer how we want the photo to appear in the letter. So click on text wrapping. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the text around the photo. Click on here now. You can see nothing's really happened because we still have to resize our photo. Now that we're hovering over the photo with our four-headed arrow, we're going to go up into the top corner and you see here a double arrow. You're going to left click on your mouse and hold and then drag down to resize. I think that's a perfect size right there. Actually, maybe a little bit bigger. And now that we've chosen wrapping text, we can scroll over top of the picture and we're able to move it around. You can see that here. If we hadn't chosen that option, you would find that the picture will jump all over the page if you try to move it. And it can be quite difficult to navigate your picture through your document. So we're in text wrapping. We've chosen wrap text. We have resized our photo. We have the four-headed arrow, which indicates that we can move the photo. You're going to left click and hold, and then I want to pull it up and have it in line with the typing that I have here in the letter. And then you can automatically see that all of the text wraps around the picture. So I've written a bit more in my letter, and I want to add that in. Let me do that now. Okay, so we can see that I've added some more information into my letter, and I want to add one more picture. You can have someone help you if you want to add some more words to your letter. You're welcome to have an individual help you with that. Another quick way to work around that, and this is, in particular for this assignment is what I'm asking. All right, so let's insert another picture into the body. Let's Let's insert another picture into the body of our letter. We come back up to our menu and we click on Insert. We choose Image and click on the drive. Oladele really wants to show his sister kayaking. So we're going to left click and drag this picture into the body of the letter. And it's skewed all of the letters. Don't worry about that. Let's look at the top here. I really want to resize this photo. So I'm going to click on here, and you see this box pops up around the photo, and that's going to help me format the photo. I'm scrolling up into the top corner until I get the double arrow, left clicking and holding, and dragging it down to resize it. And wait a sec. You can see that the text is very awkward around the photo, and this doesn't look very good. Let me click on the photo to see what I've done here. Oh, you can see down here that I have not chosen to wrap the text around. It's in line with the text, which is making it look a bit awkward. So I want to choose Wrap Text Around. And you can see it by this symbol here. Now we can see it's looking still a little bit clumsy, but now we have the capability of dragging this photo where we would like to see it. I'm going to drag it up into the top left corner just a little bit and have all of the text jump over to the right-hand side. So I'm going to left click on my picture and drag it up in, and see how you see that red marker pops up? That's saying, okay, if you go outside of this, you're outside of the bounds of the margin. I'm going to drop this right here by letting go of my mouse click. And there you have it. You can see that all of the words have populated to the right-hand side, and it looks quite tidy. And then I'm just going to click off and onto my page. So there's my letter to my family. It has continuously saved as I've been creating it. So some more fun things we can do. You can play around with the text if you'd like. And what you'll do is, again, here we have our cursor, and it's saying, I'm ready to type as soon as you tell me where to go. I'm going to hover over hello, and I'm going to double click, and that you can see that that's highlighted, which tells me I can take action here. I want to increase the size of my font just for the hello. This box right here shows you how you can resize the font. You can increase the font size by the plus, or you can decrease it with the minus. I'm going to increase it to 14, and I want to change the font style. So I'm going to click on this, again, downward facing arrow, which tells me there's more to see. And I really, in particular, love this lobster font. But if you scroll over top of this box with your scroller on your mouse, there's many different options of fonts that you can use. I would say for the body of the email, it's probably a good practice to keep it as Arial. It's easier for people to read. And so I'm going to click on lobster, and then you can see that my font has changed here. And then I'll just click off of there. I'd like to actually make it a little bigger, and maybe I'll even put in a title for my letter. This is my trip to Ghana. I'm going to left click, what you can see where the cursor is flashing. I'm just going to hold my cursor close to that. I'm going to left click, and then I'm going to drag across with as steady hand as I can, right to the T, and I'm going to let go of my click. Again, you see that the text has highlighted, and I'd like to change this to lobster. It's actually smaller than the text that I had chosen here, so let me do this again. I'm going to, here is the flashing cursor, I'm going to get close enough to that. left click with my cursor and then drag across and let go. And without clicking on the page, because that will undo your action, I'm going to go back up and I want to resize this. So let me click on here. If you click inside the box, you have options as well. And if you choose it this way, it will automatically correct what has been done. You can see that hello is in a different size font than this is my trip. So let's make it all 18. There we go. As part of your assignment, you're going to create a letter to your family. You can ask somebody to help you with the words if you need. And I'm going to show you a quick little way that you can put some words in there without having to write a lengthy email. So let's do a little quick hack here. And this is also going to train you on how to cut and paste. Since we're in our internet browser, if you take a look at the internet browser here, there's a plus sign. When you click on this plus sign, it's going to open up another page. So let's click there and you'll get a Google page right here. And I'm just going to quickly put in travel blog. Let's say Ghana. And enter. I'm just going to click on this article right here and open it up. Okay, so the website is opening for us. I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to take my cursor. You can see here that as I get closer to the words, it turns into a text cursor. So in this case, you can't actually type here because this is somebody's website, but you can copy and paste the words. I don't recommend this if you're writing an essay for school because this would be plagiarism unless, of course, you're citing your source. But for this letter to the family, if you're feeling uncomfortable about writing a lot of words, this is a quick way to fulfill this assignment. Again, taking the cursor, and you can see here, there it is. Our text cursor has popped up. I'm going to left click and hold. And then I'm going to run over all of these words and highlight them all as I'm holding my click. Okay, there we go. Now that it's all highlighted, I'm going to right-hand click. And right away at the very top, it says copy. Let me click on copy. I'm going to click back on my letter. I already have words, but I'm just going to show you how to do this yourself. I'm going to click enter a couple times. And then where the cursor is, I'm going to right click, and in this dialog box it says paste, and let's paste those words into our document. Here it is here. So because the font size is different on the website, we can match it with the rest of our letter. If we click on here, we'll see right away. You can see the size of the font. If you come up, you can see in the font size, it's a size 15. If we scroll up to our original letter, we've got it at about 11. This is normal. 12 is also normal for a letter if you're writing an electronic letter. Font size 11 and font size 12 are what we would normally use. Now that we have pasted it into our document, I'm going to click and drag across the words that we've put in and let go. It's all highlighted. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on this box and I'm going to choose font 11, and it automatically corrects the size of the font, and it's in keeping with the rest of the document. So this is a really quick way for you to create a letter. If you are short on words, you can head to a tab in your internet browser. You can find some dialogue here. It doesn't have to be specific to what you're doing. And again, you can click and drag across these words. Then you right click on your mouse and press copy. And you can head back to your document. Click on the page. Make sure your cursor is to the left-hand side of the page. And then you're going to right click on your mouse, the dialog box says paste. And I want you to notice here on all the dialog boxes that you open, it actually gives you a shortcut. So on your keyboard, you can see here, Control V is the shortcut you can use to paste into a document. So instead of choosing paste, I want everyone to press Control V. I've got my flashing cursor here. I'm just going to move my cursor off to the side. I'm going to press Control V on my keyboard and let's see what happens. And there you see it. It auto-populates everything that I've chosen there. Again, I'm going to left click, hold, and drag up. And I want to resize this font to size 11, which is in keeping with my letter. So there you are today. You have learned how to use your Gmail. You have learned how to upload photos, create a file, rename your photos, and create a letter for your family, also while inserting a picture and formatting those pictures.
Thank you for joining Ashley today. We hope you gained some more knowledge and you feel more confident. If you have found this on YouTube and you want to learn more about the Sankofa Digital Literacy, click on our website link at the top of our page. As always, make sure you click comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.